And your podcast is so stupid. I hate it.
At night,
I hate it.
Sunil Patel,
I hate you.
Huge Davies.
And I hate you.
You are now entering Slam Country.
I told you this. We paused the Patreon during Edinburgh because we wanted to do the honest thing, and Sunil wasn't in the same city as the two of us.
Yeah.
And it was a very busy schedule, so we paused the Patreon because we were like, well, we can't deliver the things we promised. And we got so many DMs from people being like, please reopen it. We're desperate to listen to the bonus stuff. So that's a nice feeling, isn't
That
it?
is a nice feeling.
Yeah.
Thanks everyone for being so patient. Welcome
Yeah.
back to Slime Country.
Oh, and it's all sorted out now. You're not going to believe this, but the exact same thing has happened again, where for some reason two of the directional microphones didn't work for the live episode.
And we even had a staff member.
We had special provisions this time. It was
We did.
everything that could have went right. We've tried to troubleshoot it. No one can figure out what went wrong, but a legible, listenable, good version of the episode will still be coming out very soon if you're on the Patreon. Thank you.
We appreciate you and welcome back, Slimers. We appreciate you. I had a lot of Slimers come to my Edinburgh show. I mean, as some of you may know, I'm not very talky after the shows, but some of you did manage to catch me. Some of you came behind the curtain and said hello.
Awesome.
So I do.
That sounds like something they'd do.
Yeah, but invade my privacy. Yeah, I did. I didn't appreciate it though, and thanks everyone for coming. And my run was pretty much sold out. So I imagine a fair few of the Slimers came to the show. So thanks very much for that. I appreciate it.
Me too. My run was a hair off, completely sold out, and I had, because I was doing the bucket afterwards. Obviously, I had.
So you get to
chat
look
to people.
You get to look them in the eye, don't you?
Oh no, I don't have to worry about that with our listeners.
Oh yeah, sure. Yeah, they get to look in the bucket.
Yeah, they get to look at the floor of the hive.
Yeah.
But I did have lots of Slimers come up to me after the shows, and I remember every single one of you, and it really, really means a lot. Shout out especially to the two Slimers who put 2 elf bars in my bucket and went, we listened to the podcast.
My goodness. What flavours did they put in?
One was watermelon, I think, and one was grape. And that brings our total tally of vapes given to us by Slime Country fans during the festival to 3.
Yeah.
Which is pretty cool.
Yeah.
We got no Sunil today. Can you
No
explain?
Sunil today, and Sunil is off doing a project as usual. He's very successful actor and comedian.
Yeah.
So Sunil's not available until the end of September. Myself and Ed, we are in Soho today. We have no studio. We have Sunil has the mic, so we're using our own mics from our own houses, and we don't have no studio. So we are sitting outside.
We're sitting outside it's sort of like the new. Have you seen? So it's St Patrick's Cathedral Catholic Church. It's not a cathedral, everybody. It's just a church, and it's next to the new Soho Place Theatre, which is also next to the new Multimedia Cube,
Next to the new Elizabeth line.
Yeah.
So the whole, we're in a new place in town. We're hip, we're young.
Slam Country's
Ed's
in the
23
future.
or something. I'm 20 something as well.
Man,
so
I remember those days.
yeah,
The same old journey plunged me into a new world. Sorry, that's the advert that's currently on the Multimedia Cube. Is that cube? They destroyed half of Denmark Street for that cube. Are you happy with that trade?
Well, I do like cubes though.
Yeah.
Not as good as a triangle.
I
If it
love
was
shapes.
a triangle, I would have opened onto the opening. I would have opened it myself.
Do you know what they sell you know what they used to sell in all the music shops in Denmark Street?
No,
Triangles.
really?
Yeah.
Bloody hell.
So there we go.
And so we're currently in a smoking area of basically what is a cafe / venue. There might be a bit of
/ comedy club that doesn't pay anybody.
Yeah, that's true. So there might be some extra noise. We're sort of doing a test today of what the podcast sounds like from an outdoors kind of a space, because we kind of feel like we might want to go down that route at some point.
Yeah, and I feel like, quite frankly, this is the closest thing a lot of our listeners will ever get to being outside.
Yeah, for sure.
So we want to give you guys like the experience of. I just think it's quite pleasant to hear the sounds of life and the sounds of the world.
In the same way, maybe like a Daredevil in the film, he goes outside when it's raining so he can touch Jennifer's face.
He can see her face.
Yeah, this is the equivalent for Slime Country. It's like this is the closest you'll get to ever seeing a woman's face, if us describing a woman's face on a podcast.
Yeah, exactly right. Should we talk about?
Should we describe a woman's face?
I was just it's like
There's a sort of eyes and
nose.
two balls on top of a long thing, and then there's a sort of a big hole with sort of teeth in it.
Yeah. Ears as well.
Ears on the side.
Ears
Classic.
on the side and hair, probably
Long
most
hair.
likely.
And I will say that
beautiful long hair.
and long hair is not just for women these days. Could be for lads too.
Tell me more.
Oh well, I've got very long hair.
Yeah, that's true.
So I used to have this haircut. I've had long hair for a very long time, and I actually had this haircut before it was fashionable. So there was about a year in which it was fashionable for men to have this haircut, and for that year I thrived. But for about 2 years before that, I was ridiculed. I was once made fun of in a McDonald's by I'd say a group of children in wheelchairs for this hair.
Mm-hmm.
They pointed at me and they said he's got a girl's haircut.
What was the 1 year? Do you remember what year it was?
It was about I'd say maybe 2015.
That it was cool for men to have.
That it was cool for men to have like a sort of a man bun. I remember people used to say, come up to me and say that's a really good haircut, and then a year after that it became immediately uncool. Yeah. And I've kept that going ever since. It's 2024 now. 11 years on.
It's nearly maybe. What? That's from 2015.
Well, yeah, I'm not maths Asian. I'm a piano Asian. You know that. You know that.
Should we talk about what just happened out here? Do you want to talk about that or not?
Oh yeah, we can talk about that.
Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah, sure, absolutely.
I was just
let's be in the moment.
I was reminded about it because we're sitting here where it happened, and you just talked about what type of Asian you are.
Yeah. Okay. Cool. Say what Asian I'm not. I'm not in the TV series Shogun.
Yeah, as a tourist taking quite a middle-aged, I'd say maybe 60 years old man.
We were outside here just talking. We're kind of deciding whether to go into this Catholic church and do the podcast in there because it's nice and quiet in there, and it might make the podcast a little bit more family friendly.
Yeah, exactly.
You know,
traditional values
for sure. Traditional values. And a man comes up to me and says, "Excuse me, can I just say you look very much like the guy from Shogun." This is a lot of things. This could be a lot of things, and also a lot of people.
I just went, what?
Yeah, you because you've never really seen anything like this before.
Well, I mean, it's never happened to me. No one's ever told me that I look like the guy from Shogun.
There's one white guy from Shogun, and he does look like you, to be fair.
Oh, really?
Okay. No, so yeah, this could be a number of things. I don't know who he means in Shogun.
Yeah.
Because it's one white guy, and I'd say about, a cast of 20 Japanese people, I imagine.
Uh-huh.
So he didn't say the character, which I think is also... they have names.
Yeah.
You know.
You look like the guy from Shogun.
I'd say if I was approaching someone who was not of a race of mine, I said, you look like someone, I would say, it'd be hard for me to say... For example, you looked exactly like Denzel Washington. If you looked exactly like Denzel Washington, I had to come over and say something, I would say, you look just like the actor Denzel Washington. I wouldn't say, you look someone.
You look like the guy from what's it called? What's that movie?
I can't think of a single Denzel.
That's so
film.
crazy. Me neither.
Yeah.
What's he
from
in?
Training Day.
Is he in
Training Day?
Is he in the Malcolm X movie?
I don't know.
Let me have a look. He's in American Gangster. Is he in that?
Yeah, you look like the guy from American Gangster.
Yeah, you'd be like, well, which one from American Gangster?
Yeah.
I've got to say that from our white man's perspective, I would say that even if I saw somebody who I knew for a fact looked exactly the same as Denzel Washington, exactly this, it is a twin brother, I'd still play it safe.
Yeah, sure.
Do you know what I mean? In that situation, I'd still play it safe.
Yeah. That's actually the first time I've got that, because most people say Adam Driver, but he actually went full. You look like a Japanese man.
Yeah, and then he goes, oh, you wouldn't believe the other day I saw this big Range Rover and I saw who's that guy from Green Book? And you're like, Mahershala Ali.
Yeah. He said, yeah, that's the guy. And then I said, it could have been.
It could have been.
And he
went completely over his head.
Glazed over when he saw that.
Completely over his head. He didn't understand that.
Too busy telling us about the Range Rover.
Telling us about the Range Rover that the person that he thought was Mahershala Ali was driving. Yeah,
But I reckon
crazy.
he's probably got on and he's thought that was a real human connection. That he was like, I've made a real human connection there. Did I once tell you I was doing a gig once and it was like in this. It was early days. It was in a sweet shop, sure, but we were in the pub next door to the sweet shop.
Yeah.
And I was in the garden with other comedians. Guy sticks his head over the wall and says,
Over
"Hello."
the wall.
Yeah, over the wall of the pub in the garden.
Yeah.
And he says, "Hello," and we go, "Hello," sort of worried, but something.
Sorry.
That's okay. That's fine.
Sorry.
He sticks his head over the wall of the garden.
Yeah.
He says, "Hello." I say, "Hello," and he goes, "You're Mr. Miyagi."
Oh.
And I said, "I'm not Mr. Miyagi." And he said, "Mr. Miyagi." He said it again, I think. He said, "Mr. Miyagi." I went, "Okay." The other comedians completely gobsmacked, and then he goes, "Is there a gig in there?" And I said, "Yes, there is." He says, "My friend's in there. Can you wish him happy birthday?" I said, "Absolutely not." And then he went, "Okay."
Where was
See
the
you
gig?
later. It was in Folkestone.
Folkestone, Kent.
Folkestone, Kent, yes,
Right.
of course. The
Yeah.
black hole of comedy.
Yeah, the black hole of comedy.
It's one of the.
It's a black hole of everything.
I've not had a single good memory of Folkestone in my entire life.
It sounds like you've got a lot of bad ones.
That was the one where that gig with the fireworks display. I'm sure I've talked about it before, about the fireworks display where I was having to compete against a fireworks display during my set.
Yeah. Do you want to go into the
Should we go into the church?
Yeah.
All right, cool. I think we'll
Let's
cut.
keep recording.
Oh, we'll have fun. We won't keep recording.
This is the experiment, isn't it? I mean, like, it's good to see if it works in any capacity, like still walking and recording.
You have
do
to
you know
drink
what I mean?
Coke in a church.
You're allowed to drink Coke in a church.
Is it a godless thing to have in a church?
No, I'd say the can of Coke is pretty, like, especially for a Catholic church.
Do you think I should maybe put some of these wires away? Comically, Ed's got a wire which is, I'd say, about 40 centimeters long, and
No,
I've got
30.
I've got a 12 meter long cable.
You got a 12
All
meter.
right, hang on, let me just.
This is actually crazy.
Let me just put this drink down, and let me just
Alright.
tuck some of this wire away.
Yeah.
Because I think if we go into the church, Ed's wearing the headphones too.
yeah, I have to, because the thing about being outside is we've got good mics, and so what will happen is, like, sometimes a bit of wind will come and I have to sort of fuck with the levels. Now that's actually too little wire that you've got exposed there. You've not got enough wire exposed. No, it's this side that needs to come
Can
out.
you vape in church?
You can't vape in church. Well, actually, again, I was going to say a Coke can is like, it's got the pomp and circumstance and the shininess of things you'd find in a Catholic church. We're going this way. And,
We're going this way, shall we?
And the vape smoke is like the incense that they burn in the censer when they swing it up and down.
Yeah, sure. It's always a sort of raspberry bubble gum kind of.
It's double apple they got in there. He turned his blood to double apple for us.
Do you reckon if I could drink the Coke if I put it in the communion cup? Do you want to go in the booth? And
It wasn't in confession booth.
yeah, see what the priest has to say about that.
Let's see what's going on in this church.
Okay,
We've gotta be
interesting. All right.
Really quiet.
So we're entering the church now.
Quiet, we've gotta be
This is feels like an adventure.
It's gonna be so quiet.
And what we can see in the church right now,
Quieter than that. This is crazy.
beautiful statues in here.
Quiet. Whisper.
Okay, I'm whispering.
Whispering.
Okay, I'm whispering. Okay, fine. Okay, so we're here, and we're in front of some beautiful statues of Saint Francois.
St. Francis of Assisi.
Yeah.
Who the Franciscans are named after.
I don't like the baby with the. I don't like it, the whole with the history of. He's holding a baby.
It's a statue of a saint holding a baby.
Yeah.
And here's a lovely statue of Jesus Christ.
I think we should.
It's a gorgeous church, though.
We should go in though. Come on.
No, we are in.
No,
We are in.
What, you want to stay here? I think we should go around the front and try and get a seat near the front.
No, I don't. Everyone in here is.
But if you go left.
No, everyone here is.
Well, it's a church. They're praying.
They're praying, aren't they? Yeah. So we can't.
What else did you expect? Why
I
is
said what was
church?
going to happen, but I didn't think there'd be anybody that works for the church in here.
Well, you don't know that she works for the church.
She's just rearranging all the pamphlets.
Yeah, but that could be a loser.
All the pamphlets. No, it's not a loser, man. I can't get excommunicated.
Not again.
I can't get excommunicated again. I've literally just realised.
This church is nothing to me.
I've
We're
just-
leaving the church.
I've just realised how much internalised Catholic stuff I have inside me. That
sure.
I'm. Wow, look at these dogs. Wow.
Wow, big boys.
Cool, we should interview a dog for the podcast.
Well, this is so. We're now in Soho Park.
We're
Now,
in Soho Square right now.
I've been canvassing for I'd say months for us to be having a walkabout doing the podcast.
Yeah, but you didn't imagine it to be like this, did you?
No, but this is really good.
It's not bad actually,
really
is it? It's not bad to be honest. I mean, I think there's a more elegant way of we'll find a more elegant way of doing it than the way that we're currently doing it.
We look insane, I'd say. We look like the detectorists.
It doesn't matter. We do look like the detectorists.
But with nothing, with no equipment, apart from the headphones.
Apart from the headphones, 2 microphones. Look at all these brilliant pigeons, man. Do you know who me and you are like sitting in the park right now?
We're a bit like Magneto and Professor X at the end of an X-Men film.
Yeah, we're like Kristen Scott Thomas and Gary Oldman in Slow Horses.
Yes, we're walking into the heart of Soho.
Yeah, this is
a busy street.
Yeah, it sounds really like good. It sounds like we're doing like actual like Foley work in like a film. Because these are good directional microphones, like I've said many times, we're doing all right for ourselves, you and me. But we could be doing better. Patreon.com/SlimeCountry.
Yeah.
I mean,
this is a really an adventure. I'm hyper alert right now because we look, as I've said before, we look insane.
We're attached because of these really short microphone cables. We're attached like 2 dogs on a multi-lead.
Oh, if we go down here, I'll show. There's a place down here. I've got a brilliant memory. Hang on.
Soho Theatre.
No, it's next to
Sorry,
Soho
we're
Theatre.
trying to squeeze past. Sorry, mate. Thanks. We're waiting for Pizza Pilgrims just stopped right in front of us. Oh, actually, now can I just say quickly? Now that we're here, I'm doing my show at Soho Theatre in October, so buy tickets for that.
Oh yeah, go see a show. It's really good.
Thanks, man.
So we're walking past Soho Theatre. Now I was doing a show in here called Stamp Town, which is like a variety cabaret thing.
Yeah.
And we were doing it in Soho, and then we were outside. Cross the road, please, Ed.
Yeah.
Okay, so we were doing a show in there, and then.
Oh yeah.
And then. We were outside, so opposite the Soho Theatre. If you've ever been there, there's like this alleyway, which we're coming up to
just
now.
Here, yeah.
And we were out there. We were having a cigarette down there. Well, we were having a magic cigarette down the side of the road.
And a magic cigarette down there, yeah.
And if you know anything about Zach Zucker, it's very popular after the shows. So when we were just down here, and I got to the exact spot where we were.
Yeah.
And we were, sharing a magic cigarette, having a good time.
Yeah.
And then, so Zach's very popular with the ladies after the show. And we were standing exactly here.
Yeah.
And this girl goes up to Zach, and so it's all the other comedians. So this is really bold. So we're all standing here. She comes right up to Zach, and she says, exactly where you were.
Yeah.
But swap sides. So it's like this.
Yeah.
She comes up to Zach like this, and she goes, I think she says something like, she's like, why didn't you come find me in the bar?
Uh-huh.
And he was like, oh, I don't know.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And then she very confidently says, she goes, she says something like, well, you know where you can find me. And then she turns and confidently walks into this pole here. Now, the sound that she makes, I'm going to record this now. This is what it sounds like. Hang on. Right. So just smacked her head onto that. It was the funniest thing I've seen in my whole life. Literally every single person just immediately died laughing. She was fine. She got off of me. She was like, oh, silly. I couldn't contain myself.
Couldn't believe your luck.
I couldn't believe it, right. Then what happens, she walks that way.
Yeah.
We're like, it's a full 4 minutes of laughing. Like,
yeah.
There's a guy on the floor, he's like a trapeze artist. He's not getting up from the floor. I every time I look up to try and talk about it, it's just like, we go again. We're laughing for like a full 5 minutes. Yeah. And then I eventually get just about enough energy to say to Zach, I say, she's coming back. She's coming back. She comes down back. She goes, it's a dead end there.
She walked off.
She just went into the hotel. It was the and then again,
sick,
inevitably I died again. That was probably the hardest I've ever laughed.
That's
awesome. In front of, and also Stamp Town, you must know they're a bunch of clowns.
Yeah.
To actually hit a pole, walk into a pole and fall over in front of a bunch of clowns. That's why they do this. That's the art. That's the origin of
the clowning.
What they do.
Yeah. That's unbelievable.
It was incredible.
Especially a pole that makes such a funny noise.
Yeah, all right. Are we moving on?
Well, I mean, just because we've pitched up by what's in the alleyway is like a really posh restaurant with like bay windows, where a lot of well-to-do looking people are enjoying an expensive dinner. that we're lurking in the alley outside the window recording a podcast and hitting our heads against a pole.
they look like we do look like we're going to blow it up.
I think part of the contract of having a fancy dinner is that you don't have two guys recording a podcast in the window. Hey, how you doing? You all right?
How you doing?
It's microphone. We're just looking in the window.
We're just walking.
We're just looking in the window. It's a recorder for recording sound. Yeah.
Yeah, we're making a.
Huh? Yeah. Not live, but yeah.
No, we're just
walking around.
We don't have the recording studio this week, so we thought we'd make it outside.
Walk around. Yeah. Thanks.
Oh, thank you. No, it's
Thank
okay.
you, yeah.
Well, what should we plug your?
Should we plug your shop?
It's a very popular podcast. Soho Cannon Museum. It's great stuff. There's loads of.
Great.
What do you kind of sell?
Everything. Yeah,
we'll come in.
We'll
sure,
come in. Yeah,
allowed to.
thanks.
Brilliant, thank you.
Chimney cake. What's chimney cake?
What's a chimney cake?
Sorry.
Hello.
Hey.
How you doing?
How you doing?
These are chimney cakes, but these are people that sell things that have to do with cannabis.
Oh wow.
Sweet.
Okay.
We were just talking about cannabis.
Yeah. Can I buy some? Do you sell gummy bears?
Yes, we do.
Awesome.
Perfect. Oh, absolutely. Well, I'm actually looking for some.
Yeah, well,
Brilliant.
Sweet.
do you specifically want gummy bears or just like gummies in general?
Oh, I just no, just gummies in general.
Alright,
I think.
So you're not like committed to the bear thing?
No, that's okay.
No.
That's fine.
Are you guys cool with us to use all this audio?
The what?
All this audio?
We're just we're
recording a
We
podcast.
don't have access to our studio
Sweet,
this
yeah.
week, so
All
we're
good?
just walking about.
Thanks.
All of our gummies are over here.
Oh, brilliant.
So we do have some bears over there, but we've also got watermelon, strawberry.
I'll take a watermelon.
cola
That
balls.
seems
They're
nice.
really tasty. Actually,
The cola
this
bottles, they look good.
specific pod is the only one in this size that
Oh,
has
really?
gummies that are 70 milligram per gummy.
So how much will this send me over? What is one to me?
One of these would be enough for literally anything you're trying to tackle with CBD, because, you know, if you could take anywhere from like 10 to 70, 80 milligrams, 10 being good for just like mild anxiety relief, 70 being pretty good for just like if you have severe insomnia or...
Oh yeah, so
He has severe insomnia.
So that is what I suffer from, as you in the podcast know. How many of these would I have to eat for me to knock me out? That's perfect.
Again, they aren't sedatives in of themselves. They won't put you to sleep, as in you could have one right now and be fine with the rest of your day.
I think I might take one now.
You should do it, yeah.
I'll buy this.
Look at that, yeah. Sweet.
Take one or two about an hour before bed. And,
Cool.
Just to give it the time to digest.
I imagine if I
Right.
take one now in an hour, that'll probably kick in nicely.
Yeah, you'll feel really good, you know.
Cool.
I noticed
Sweet.
it first in just like the muscles, you know, you just feel a lot more relaxed.
Oh, really?
Well, let's hope I can find my way home. Hang on.
So, what's your podcast called?
It's called Slime
It's
Country.
called Slime Country.
Slime Country.
Slime Country.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
a great name for a podcast.
Thanks, yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
It's a Zoom, incredible company. I use their pedals.
Oh, yeah?
Oh, really?
Oh, nice.
What
What,
kind of-
sort of stuff?
Just a guitar multi-effects processor.
Oh, nice. Yeah, nice.
Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is what is we normally only ever talk to each other. That's why
Yeah,
we're
it's
struggling
I've
so
not,
much.
yeah, I've not really spoken to it. Yeah,
It's okay.
we're not very good at improv.
Oh,
He just dropped his bag that's
Dropped the
that's
bag,
attached
yeah.
to the recorder on
Is
the
it still
floor.
working? Is it
yeah,
fine?
it's all good.
It's
Still
cool.
recording.
Thank you so much.
Zoom
for
is
that.
good products. Thank you.
No, it's I've got a bag, man.
What's
but
the
thank you.
what's the name of the shop again? We'll plug it.
Soho Cannon Museum.
Soho Cannon Museum.
Yeah, here's our card.
Thank you. Thanks very much. Cheers. Have a great
Thanks
day,
so
guys.
much. See you
Thank
later. Bye bye.
Also do.
Thanks so much for having us in.
Thank you for having us.
We appreciate you.
What's the name?
Slime
It's
Country.
called Slime Country.
Slam?
Slime Country.
Slam Country would be good as well.
Slam Country would be good. It's called
Yeah.
Slime Country.
Slam Country.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and this is called a chimney cake. Awesome.
Yeah.
Never seen that before.
They're like a Hungarian snap.
Awesome. That looks sick.
It tastes like a churro and a cinnamon bun at the same time.
Oh,
wow.
awesome.
That's great.
Come here for your CBD gummies and chimney cakes.
They look great.
Hey, thanks. Have a great
Thank
day.
you so much.
Cheers.
Thank you. You too. Bye bye.
Thank you.
Oh, sorry, Ed. You need to.
Reverse out here.
Yep. Okay. Brilliant. Well,
So did you? I knew as soon as we went in there that for some
Yeah.
reason you thought they were going to be selling full THC gummies,
yeah.
and then you realised obviously a high street shop is only going to be selling CBD stuff.
Yeah,
You
sure.
just spent 30 quid on gummies that you didn't want to buy.
Yeah.
Because we're recording the podcast.
yeah.
You stupid guy.
Yeah, well.
What have you done? You're like, will this knock me out? And he's like, I know that he thought you meant, will this, put me to sleep and give me an extremely mild body high? And you said, will it make me laugh for 5 minutes because I see someone walk into a lamppost?
Well, listen, listen, I wanted to, it's a new shop. I wanted to prop up the business. I'll give them £23 worth of business. Sure.
That's brilliant, man.
Anyway,
I really love that happened.
Yeah.
I really, really love that happened.
Do you hear our all the social anxiety of us me saying I couldn't say no to that man?
Yeah.
Where should we go next?
Should we see if we can kick in the door to the Groucho Club?
What, like this?
Yeah.
Have you got a membership?
I think I did the gig that gives you a membership there, but I hate it in there, so I never use the membership.
Should we try and bag our way in like this?
Yeah, hi, we're recording a podcast about the Marx Brothers.
We did a gig here 2 years ago. Can I please come in?
Yeah, I'm here to do cocaine off a celebrity's back.
Which celebrity?
I don't know. Who have you ever seen in the Groucho Club?
I've been there once.
That gig is so rubbish, by the way.
It was for a meeting. I think it was a status move. But anyway, I pitched an insane TV show that I thought off the top of my head because I was really bored.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
It was a show. It was called the Late Cooking Show.
Yeah.
I think it was called Late Sunday Brunch.
Yeah.
But it was like it was like a late night show.
Yeah.
Like a Conan or whatever, but for cooking.
Yeah.
And I was like, it has to be insanely expensive.
Yeah.
Full band.
Yeah,
but
yeah.
everyone in the show.
Yeah.
They're not cooks. They're all comedians, and they're all pretending to have restaurants.
Yeah.
And then they've got to cook something live on the
Live
episode.
on the episode
Whatever I hand them, they've got to cook that.
Yeah.
But there's only one member of the crowd that doesn't know, is not in on the joke. So it's the guest on the show, and then everyone else is just cooking.
Yeah.
But it's high budget, and they said, okay. They said, absolute must. All right, penultimate episode.
Yeah.
The set starts to catch on fire, and then we finish a show on that.
Yeah.
And then the last episode, the entire set is blackened.
Yeah, that's great. That's really funny.
Yeah.
But then you talk to these producers these days, and they go, "So what's the arc? Why now?" And you go, "Well, because it's really funny.
Yeah,
that's why
it's
now."
a pretty funny idea.
I did the similar thing. I pitched a chat show, like an American-style chat show, like Conan, but where every single couch guest is an animal. So it's like an octopus, an ostrich, and a crocodile on the couch, and I'm trying to interview them.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Don't you
That's
think?
really good. Oh, so I think we're about to walk. Is this Harry? Is this our good friend Harry?
Who?
Are we going across Krishna? Can you hear Krishna? Harry Krishna?
I can hear Harry. Sorry, I thought you meant because we're about to walk past the theatre where Harry Potter is. I thought you meant there.
We're in I would say the loudest part,
busiest part of Soho,
London.
But it doesn't sound awful. I mean, what will probably happen is it will be like we'll get to. This is so
Should we go
weird.
to the Harry Potter theatre?
I've been hearing the Harry Krishnas for like. Oh, there they are.
Oh, there's only two of them. Oh my god. I've never seen two.
Wait, let me get a cigarette off this guy. One sec.
Hang on.
Should we interview them? Hang on.
No, I think they're
One
busy.
sec. Sorry, mate. Do you have a spare fag? Do you have a spare cigarette? Thanks.
The vibes today are incredible. Thank you. We appreciate you.
Where the fuck is my lighter, though? There it is. Yeah, unbelievable. Crazy. We picked a good day for it, I'd say. That ain't bad. We saw some Harry Krishnas. Are they doing? Is that electric guitar? Or is that?
You've got a real vibe about you in which a chef having a cigarette outside a restaurant would give you a cigarette if you asked for it. He wouldn't give me a cigarette. I'm wearing glasses.
You don't think so?
No.
Well, this is the thing. I've pledged to give up smoking within the next 2 weeks. The problem is, it's such a. This is a pathetic thing to admit, but it's kind of a bit of my self-image that I'm kind of protective over, you know.
Yeah.
People always say stuff to me like, "Oh, I can't imagine you without a cigarette in your mouth," and it's just cool, you know.
Well, it's
Who
'cause
am
you're
I without smoking?
without a tab, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
And then even then, you could just see how seamlessly you picked up a tab for almost nothing.
Yeah.
You didn't even have to make a human connection. You just said, "Can I have one?" And he gave you one without even. He didn't even look disgruntled.
I think
He gave it up happily.
I think the microphones and oh fuck! Look what that is.
Sorry.
Look! They've got one of those bikes. That they
Oh
sell
my god!
pints on.
Should we follow it?
Yeah. How good would it be to do the podcast on one of those? It looks like they've got room.
So this is the one with the stag do's where they're on like a trolley. How would you describe it? Is it a trolley?
Yeah, it's kind of like a trolley, but it's like there are like 12 seats. Whoa. There are like 12 seats. We've got to get better at our non-verbal communication if we're going to do this.
Yeah.
All right, let's stop here. Sorry.
Well, we need to...
Stop here.
Oh my God, it's Banksy.
Outside
The
Banksy.
answer of Banksy.
We got to go in there.
Listen, we're sandwiched in between a stag do on a trolley.
Yeah. And
all biking themselves, and the Banksy Museum.
So what it is, it's one of those, where it's like it's a bike, but like 12 to 15 people are driving it, and they also serve pints. And it says sharing a wee toast in Belfast on it. So I think they've come quite far.
They're on tour, yeah, for sure.
I'd love to have a go on one of those. Imagine doing the podcast on one of those, man.
Belfast,
wouldn't it?
Belfast. It's come a long way, Belfast.
I was going to say,
Titanic to Game of Thrones to this. Bloody hell.
To WeToastTours.com.
Yeah. This Banksy shop. Do you think Banksy's sort of given up on the sort of anti-courtroom measures and going, you know what? I think I might open a merch shop in Soho.
Yeah, I might open a merch shop on Charing Cross Road. Are we allowed to go in the Banksy exhibition? Can we come in? Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're in the Banksy exhibition now.
So
we're recording a podcast.
We would like to have our podcast studio,
so
so we have to record it in this outside now.
Is that all right?
If we come in?
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks.
All right.
Banksy's going to shred us if we're not careful.
So what we got here? Should we look at some of these? Should we find the most?
It's called the Banksy Museum, but it's. I'll tell you what. There's a lot of things to buy in here.
Yeah.
For a museum.
Should we see what's the most daring piece of art that Banksy's dared to produce?
Yeah. Winston Churchill with a mohawk. That's pretty crazy.
What does that mean? I think I know what it means.
He's a punk.
Yeah. We've got the Queen as a monkey. That's rude.
Queen as a monkey. That's really rude because she was our queen. There's lots of bananas and monkeys and rats here. I'm noticing a theme. Have you seen that theme? He's using monkeys and chimps. He's using a lot of bananas. You can buy banana cases over there. He's using lots of rats.
I'm still not even sure what the Pulp Fiction with the bananas is even meant to be. You know, I don't know what that even symbolises.
The only one that it seems to even vaguely political is the two male police officers kissing, and it just sort of seems a bit homophobic.
Well, yeah, they're allowed to do that now. That's allowed.
No, but I mean, like, what's Banksy? Banksy's being like, oh, gotcha, you're gay.
The police are gay.
Yeah,
you're saying.
Banksy's saying the police are gay. Got you.
But I think that's okay.
I think it's all right.
You know,
I think it's okay to be gay. I don't think it's okay to be in the police.
Yeah, but I mean, it's kind of like the Spartan kind of a thing of, you know, those Greek lads were all gay.
Books.
And that's how they protected themselves.
Look at this. That's how they protected themselves. That's what the testudo formation was in the Roman army. They all started fucking each other in a cube.
Yeah.
So spears and arrows couldn't get in.
That's the old version of the cube before what it is now.
The multimedia cube.
Yeah, they am.
The banks have fucked us over. All right. That's interesting to me.
No. Let's keep going round.
That's why I'm looking at the prints. I want to look at the prints.
Well, the prints are very much similar to the postcards, I'd say.
Do you think so? They've got a grenade, and they're playing. Do you think it's all right to have all this licensed music in the background on
I imagine not, but
it's parody law, isn't it? It's parody law.
It's parody law. Well, I guess it's a parody version of whatever music what they would be playing.
You guys
in the Banksy Museum.
You guys aren't going to believe me, but it says on the wall, "Sorry, the lifestyle you ordered is currently out of stock." Well,
I don't think they know us very well. Maybe the lifestyle we've ordered is to walk around in a Banksy Museum doing a podcast, and that's delivered on every front.
I'd say, but we're doing it.
There's a
shopping loads of red shopping trolleys.
Yeah, is that art? Do you think it's art? All the shopping trolleys in a big pile.
Yeah, no, that's for because we're in a shop, so that's people who've just put them like that when they're done with them. You see what I mean?
Do you reckon it'd be okay for us to try and wrangle one out of the thing so we could put some merch inside it? So we could actually buy something in the place.
It'd be brilliant to have a mobile podcast studio in a shopping trolley, wouldn't it?
Oh yeah.
Converse. There are loads of Converse with Banksy's things all over them. with all his rats and bananas.
Do you reckon Banksy is actually working here behind the desk? That's the sort of thing Banksy would do.
I don't think it is the sort of thing Banksy would do. I think Banksy is probably feet up in a massive house at the moment.
Don't pretend to know what Banksy looks like or does.
I do know
We'll
what Banksy
never
looks
know.
like or does because I know Banksy. All right? I didn't want to say it on the podcast, but yeah, I know him. All right?
It's Ken Livingstone.
No, it's not Ken. Don't try and trick me. I know that it's not Ken Livingstone, and I tell you for a fact it's not.
Do you reckon we're going to Foyles?
Yeah, let's go to Foyles. That's a nice idea.
But I don't want to betray Foyles. I don't mind betraying Banksy. I don't want to betray Foyles.
What do you mean betray them?
Well, I'll go in there for content.
Foyles
have given so much to both me and you over the years.
Do you like books? Do you like reading books?
Yeah, I like reading books.
Well, let's go this way then. Let's turn left. You're going to have to get used to turning left.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Left and right. Let's go down here past the Phoenix. We're going to have to get used to working as a unit here. God, imagine if we had Sunil as well. That'd be impossible.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, he'd be behind us. It's also impossible for Sunil to walk without his hands behind his back.
That's
I don't know
a really good point. No microphone.
Then if you see him Sunil walking, but he just walked like Napoleon.
He walks like Napoleon, yeah. See, this is nice. This is a little bit more quiet, isn't it?
Yeah.
This ain't bad. I'll tell you where... I wonder if we could sit in the churchyard outside that nice church by Denmark Street. That's around the corner from
We could
here.
do that, for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Have you seen the Stranger Things play?
No. Do you know what it means? Is it interactive? Is it one of those things where you're in it?
I don't know. Near on every piece of theatre that's getting put on in the West End is like some kind of jukebox musical or media spin-off rather than like, just like a new play.
Well,
like
this is a spin-off of Trusty Hogs, isn't it?
Yeah.
Not even this podcast can't be free of the cyclical
of
nature of media,
of the cinematic universe. Hey. Don't ding us. Don't ding us.
Digging us. Absolutely. We're
very mean.
We're on the pavement.
Oh, wow. Look where I brought us.
Bloody hell.
Now, I'm certain that we won't be allowed to record a podcast in here.
Should we go in?
Yeah, you reckon we'll be allowed to record a podcast in here?
Yeah.
Well, let's ask. Hey, we're just recording a podcast because we got locked out of our studio. Is it all right if we come in here? Yeah, sweet.
Thank you very much. We appreciate you.
Thanks very much.
We are in...
Forbidden Planet.
We're in Forbidden
Come
Planet.
on. What a place. There's some
wow.
One Piece figures here. Figures from One Piece.
If I had a lot of money, I'd come here.
Yeah, this is the place where... We're playing with fire here because this is the place where we're likeliest to bump into Slime Country listeners.
This is the likeliest place we're going to be able to swap in the microphones for merch. Like I would swap in these two microphones, cables, and Zoom recorder for any of these things on this show.
For an Alien Romulus Funko Pop, would you?
Yeah.
Would you do it for a Sailor Moon pillow?
I'd do anything for a Sailor Moon pillow.
What type of pillow? So we've got the octopus guy from Assassination Classroom, and we've got loads of One Piece and Dragon Ball stuff here. So at the moment, I'm trying to move in with my girlfriend, and it's really... she's got some cool jiu-jitsu guys and stuff.
She's fending you off every single day.
Yeah, because she... obviously, like, if I'm going to live somewhere, especially with my girlfriend, I want it to feel like my home as well. Do you know what I mean? I don't want it to just feel like a room I'm staying in.
Yeah, I can imagine the feng shui in that place would be insane.
Yeah, so obviously I want to have loads of Jujutsu Kaisen and
the sofa just fully made up of
Chainsaw Man figures all over the place.
Yeah, the sofa is just full Sailor Moon cushions.
Yeah, I want Chainsaw
12 Sailor Moon cushions stacked on top of each other.
I want incredibly graphic Chainsaw Man posters all over the house.
Should we go downstairs?
Now, this is the first set of stairs we've had to do. I'm afraid that if anyone else is trying to get up these stairs, they're going to have to wait for a different day.
There's a lot of stuff, isn't there?
Yeah,
bloody hell.
It's quite overstimulating in here, actually. For this shop is crazy for every sense. Your ears, your eyes, especially your nose.
Yeah, it's difficult because
everyone
in here
is
no eye contacts in here. Absolutely none of it. It's just absolutely.
It's terrifying to me. I don't know.
Simon Pegg is in the boys. Bloody hell.
I don't know if what's crazy is that because I'm wearing the headphones, I can't tell if you're talking extremely loudly or not.
I think we're talking at a normal. I think this is going to be a good place to find a wife in here, actually.
Do you think so?
I think so, yeah.
I think this is probably...
I think they'd be quite impressed by me.
No, I don't think so. I think this is... I don't know if you've ever been here before, but statistically, this is probably one of the least likely shops for you to find a woman in.
Get me a top hat.
I'd say.
I'll find a wife in no time.
The richest man in Forbidden Planet.
It would be like a sort of Julia Roberts situation.
So we're not getting bothered
You
at
can
all.
get whatever you want.
Everywhere else we've been today, people are giving us weird looks because we're walking around with microphones and headphones on. But, but in here, everyone's just staring at the floor, so it's all right.
Yeah, sort of like, it's difficult to out-weird someone who's dressed as a cat or something.
Oh, this is a dead
like
end.
Chamber of Secrets.
Turn around.
Yeah, okay.
Turn around.
Do you think it'd be possible to come as a sandworm for Halloween? How would you even do that?
I'd say, have you seen I think you can get like sandworm coloured bin bags. You just want to wrap yourself in those, I reckon.
But I might fall in love with a bin bag, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm going to get on the bin bag.
You've got teeth in your mouth, don't you?
Yeah.
There you go, you're halfway there. All a sandworm is
So the bin bag goes around my
skin
mouth.
and teeth, yeah.
So I just have to keep my mouth open at a house party, I imagine.
Yeah, the only bit of your body that can't be covered by the bin bags is
Here we
your
go.
open mouth.
Here's something we can both agree on.
Pokemon.
It's Pokemon Adventures.
Manga.
Bloody hell! I'd never read the manga.
Collector's edition. Me neither.
I think it's pretty dark and stuff.
Is it?
I think Ash. I think Ash eats his Pikachu.
That's it. Day one.
Yeah.
It's one chapter long.
Yeah. Can you imagine if Ash Ketchum went on off menu? That'd be incredible.
Imagine if Ash Ketchum came on Slime Country. He'd be
all the
cancelled, man.
secrets.
He'd be kicked out of the Pokemon League.
He said his manager would be like, "You cannot ask questions about Professor Oak and his mum. You cannot ask questions about it." But that's all we want to ask.
No, I want to talk about his mum and Mr. Mime.
Well, you know what? I think that's disgusting.
Mr. Mime would be a rubbish guest for a podcast because he obviously can't speak.
The videos would kick off, though.
The clips would be amazing.
The clips are incredible.
Yeah, he's like miming. he's miming having sex with Ash's mum.
What's the mime like? What do you reckon?
Astrology shop. Have you ever been into the astrology shop? Thank you. Have you ever been into the astrology shop? That's fun.
No.
Yeah,
again,
that's pretty good.
Will my ex be in there? Will the witch be in there?
They sell loads of crystals and shit. I think I told you guys about something I bought from there, actually. I went in there with a friend of mine, and they had a little statue of a frog called the Financial Success Frog. And what you do is you put a coin in its mouth, and you have luck in finances. And I bought it. I thought, brilliant. And then I came out of the shop and I said, people who are successful in finances don't do things like buy the Financial Success Frog.
Yeah, I will say that, yeah.
Now, I reckon we knock this one on the head now and find somewhere else to try and do another.
Okay, well, listen, I really enjoyed walking about, and I think that, we'll hear what the episode sounds like, because I tell you what, the feeling of a lot of these episodes is, I think that it's gone really well, and then maybe 2 days later, there'll be a little WhatsApp from you saying, oh, the episode is unusable. But I've enjoyed today.
Let's have a look.
Do let us know on the Patreon whether you like this sort of thing.
Whether you think it's good or not.
So I think walking about, my plan for this podcast is we go to a different interesting place every single day and we record there because the studio is, there's not a lot of stuff in there. There's producer Ben, producer Ben's good, but it's quiet in there, too quiet. It's very quiet, suspiciously quiet, and we want to go experience life, and we want to take you with us. We want to take you with us experiencing if you enjoyed world. This, and also thank you everyone for sticking with us. We appreciate it. We've been away and stuff, and we really appreciate everyone. We appreciate it. So, and if you'd like to come, help us fund some of these day trips, we just join the Patreon. Join the Patreon. There's loads of bonuses and loads of good stuff on there, and Soho Theatre October. Yeah, and also because I think if we go outside, that means that funds will be able to pay for an office anymore. Yeah, and that means that we can maybe spend more money on you guys and ourselves as well. Don't forget. Yeah, sure. All right. Thank you so much, everybody. All right, bye bye.